The Seattle Sounders will be the first MLS team to play in the FIFA Club World Cup. And what can we expect from this team that will be carrying their league's shoulders at this tournament? Hello everyone and welcome back to Rave Green TV, and on February 4th, the Seattle Sounders will begin their journey in the FIFA Club World Cup. They will face off against the winners of Al High or Auckland City, where we'll find out the winners of that match on February 1st. And if, and I'm saying a big if, the Seattle Sounders win that match, they will face off against the mighty and big, and anything you consider big, this is above average.
What do you mean by that?
Real Madrid. So what can we expect from this team going into this tournament, as they will be the first team to be the benchmark for all future MLS teams that might play in this tournament? Well, first and foremost, let's not expect that we're going to somehow win this thing. If we go in with those expectations, there's going to be a lot of down bad and heartbroken Sounders fans. Second of all, I think we have to go in with the mindset that every single match is going to be played like a final. It's win or go home in this tournament, and if the Seattle Sounders lose in the first game, they go home and the fairy tale story ends. So where do my expectations lie with this team at this tournament? If I were to put my prediction god status hat on, I think we'll most likely play Al High. This team has been in the Club World Cup multiple times, as they are the team that has won the most African Champions Leagues. So they have a lot more experience compared to us in Auckland City. If Auckland City miraculously somehow win their game, I think the Sounders have a better chance, but it's still not a shoo-in that will win the game. There's multiple different viewpoints from Sounders fans going into this tournament that we should at least be able to win our first round game, or the other ones that think that we probably aren't gonna do super well because we don't really have much experience in this tournament. Or there's the small minority that think
Real Madrid, we're gonna destroy Real Madrid, those team is toast.
I think all are valid points, because the Club World Cup is unknown territory for American soccer fans, as this tournament is heavily dominated by European teams, as they are the ones that always seem to win this tournament, outside of the rare occasion back in 2013 when Corinthians beat Chelsea. Is there that glimmer of hope that the Seattle Sounders can be that Cinderella story like Corinthians and win this tournament? Probably not, but that's what makes these tournaments so special, that there can be an underdog story, and the Sounders definitely can be that guy, but I don't think it will happen. I think what's important here for the Sounders is to represent MLS well, because the Sounders are now the benchmark and the domino effect for other MLS teams to come play in this tournament to keep building up the growth of this league. I think the absolute best case scenario for the Sounders is winning this first round match, be it Al High or Auckland City. That would be a historic moment for the Seattle Sounders and for MLS. Then to add a little bit of sugar on top of that is to have a good performance against Real Madrid. And when I mean good, not getting blown out of the game, making sure you're keeping yourselves competitively in the match. Then there's my take and the more realistic approach I think that will happen for the Sounders. I think if the Sounders are able to score in this tournament, that's going to be absolutely massive, because people don't forget about the goals that are scored in the Club World Cup, because there isn't many that are scored in this tournament. And to just put out an amazing performance in the first round, be it if they win or lose, just to be able to look back on this and be like, hey, we put out a really respectable performance for MLS and for our club. And then the worst case scenario is we get absolutely cream pied in the first round, which that is still on the cards. I'm not going to be acting like, oh, we can easily beat Auckland City or Al High, because both of those teams are technically better than us, in my opinion. I think those are the different viewpoints you can look at it, and I'm just excited for this tournament to finally start, because there's been so much talk about it. What can happen? How should things happen? Will we play Real Madrid? I just want to see, how does this team actually play on the field? It's going to be tough for the Sounders, as this is going to be their first games of the season, just like similar to the CCL, but this tournament is starting 20 days before the MLS season. So this is probably the earliest an MLS team has had to prepare for a first competitive match. So there's a lot riding on the line for the Seattle Sounders, and it is important that they represent MLS well. I don't expect us to go out there and somehow win the FIFA Club World Cup and then we have the glorious FIFA Club World Cup patch on our chest, but just to put out a respectable performance for MLS, because this game in this moment will be the benchmark for the entirety of MLS, in my opinion, to see how much has this league improved since 1996. This is what the likes of Don Garber and Lamar Hunt were striving to work for this league, and has come to fruition, but now what could we see come from it? But boys and girls, my opinion only matters so much. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. How do you all think the Seattle Sounders will do at the FIFA Club World Cup? What are your guys' expectations for the Seattle Sounders at this tournament? Let me know all your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to smash the like button on today's video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I hope you all have a lovely day.